Now I think we are ready to our meditation. Meditation is with magic mantra. Yogi Bhajan says, be kind, conscious, and compassionate. The whole world will be your friend. Be kind, conscious, and compassionate. Attributes of the heart center. The whole world will be your friend. If there is ego, there is no amigo, okay? No friends if we have ego. So we are going to be doing meditation with the magic mantra. Magic mantra is ONG KAR GUR PRASAD. We chant in monotone, letting the breath find its own pace. The repetition of the mantra takes between 4 and 5 seconds. ONG KAR GUR PRASAD. Gur Prasad, ONG KAR means the creator and the creation are one. We unite ourselves with God with this mantra and realize that God and us are one because we are creation of God. This is experienced by the Guru's grace that the creator and creation are one. These are the words of the creator. These are the words of higher knowledge. We can begin with 11 minutes. We're slowly going to build up time to 31 minutes meditation, and this particular meditation is going to keep us in very elevated state. It's good to practice this mantra with big reverence. ONG KAR GUR PRASAD is the most powerful of all mantras, and there is not anything equal to it, nor can anything explain it. ONG KAR GUR PRASAD is a Prita mantra. The entire Siri Guru Granth Sahib is nothing but an explanation of mantra ONG KAR GUR PRASAD. Mantra is so strong that it elevates the self beyond duality and establishes the flow of spirit. So we feel ourselves as spirit. When we chant this mantra or listen to this mantra, you can sense that you are filling in with spirit. It's not just any vibration. Sometimes we feel vibration of vitality, vibration in the lower chakra, some vibe, which is not bad, which is very pleasant. But these are almost too rough of vibrations, too material of the vibrations. The vibration of ONG KAR GUR PRASAD is vibration of the spirit. We are filling ourselves with spirit and ethereal. The vibrations do not feel earthy whatsoever, and you can feel that. That's why these vibrations are so powerful, because they take away the duality. They take away us from the material plane, and duality exists here. Duality does not exist in higher planes. We unite ourselves with God. We fill ourselves with spirit. And the magic mantra is very powerful, and the effects of this chanting last long time, and the effects are very quick. So it's good to be in a place of reverence, chant this mantra with reverence. Usually we chant either Mool mantra before this meditation, or we chant Mangala Charan mantra to prepare ourselves for this meditation, for meditation with Ek Onkar Sadgur Prasad. Why don't we chant Mangala Charan mantra to prepare ourselves for meditation, and then we can begin. Mangala Charan mantra is Adgure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sadgure Name, Siri Guru Name. We usually chant it at the beginning of Kundalini Yoga lesson for protection, and it's good to chant Mangala Charan mantra before trip, if you're going on a trip somewhere, before you sit in your car, before you leave house, just for protection. It's very powerful. Vibrations are going to help you in a secure space. So let's chant Mangala Charan mantra. Adgure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sadgure Name, Siri Guru Name. Adgure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sadgure Name, Siri Guru Name. Adgure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sadgure Name, Siri Guru Name. Very good. So now we can begin our meditation with the magic mantra. And the meditation is very simple. We are going to be holding our hands. It's kind of a beggar pose, but we do not really scoop our hands. We make sure that the line of Mercury is straight and there is no gap between fingers. Of course, sometimes due to the structure of our bones, our bone structure, we would have a little space somewhere between the pinkies. Make sure that it's minimized, but if you have a little space, that's fine, no worries, it's okay. And our scoop is not very deep, like in beggar pose, right? It's just like this, not very deep. And our thumbs are going to be sticking out, okay? That's the posture, okay? And we're going to keep this posture somewhere here in the level of the heart center, right? 30 degrees from the parallel plane. 30 degrees, that's how it is. This is like 90, right? Something like this. Okay, so that's it. This is our posture. Eyes would be closed, chin tucked in, spine is straight, and we're going to chant in monotone voice Ek Onkar Sadgur Prasad mantra. Letting the breath out with its own pace. The breath is going to find its own pace. And one repetition of the mantra takes between 4 to 5 seconds. So this is it. And supposed to be comfortable meditative posture. If you want to sit in lotus pose, you're more than welcome to. If you want to sit in easy pose, sit in easy pose. The most important is that spine is straight, chin tucked in towards the chest, eyes are closed, and we are in a proper mental space of reverence. And we can begin. Ek Onkar Sadgur Prasad, 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 Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad. 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 Ek ओंकार सद्गुर प्रसाद, एक 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 ओंकार सद्गुर Prasad. Inhale and exhale. We can place Prasad energetically somewhere around our space, just to kind of place the vibrations of our Prasad to our space. Sometimes there are tough times, and sometimes we know that we are okay, but we can experience life much better, with much more quality. In order for us to have more vitality, more consciousness, it's good to work with this mantra, with this meditation on daily basis, because even if it's good, it could be better. There is no end to what could be improved. So there is no end of consciousness. We can go deeper and deeper and deeper, dwell deeper within the consciousness, open up deeper and deeper of levels of consciousness, intensify our vibrations, and bring more vitality to our life. And this particular mantra, this particular meditation just allows us to feel even better. So it's good to establish as daily practice 31 minutes, at least 11 minutes of this meditation with magic mantra.